blame, not me or you. Still I'm caught in that rain. We got lost in each other, so we just kept on falling. But we touched the sky, yeah, we touched the sky. And we dove in the deep end, trying to find one more reason to hold back the night. We held back the night. I'll be over you, okay? I'll be doing more than great. But I just miss ya, I miss ya. I'll sing happy songs one day. I'll be doing more than great. But now I miss ya, I miss ya.
Hey guys, it's Shiipty and welcome back to the channel for another episode of my current household. I'm just almost tempted to make this into a series because you guys are loving it so much, but honestly, we know what's going on here, and so the fact that we're vibing together and you guys know that this is going to come back on the channel, then I think we're all good. We don't have to officially make it a series, but it kind of feels like one, doesn't it? So typically we're with Annalise, but today I decided to start the episode with Drew in his home because, as you guys could see in the machinima, he had a visitor. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are asking, how does Drew know Lori? What's their relationship? Why was she here? Why does he look sad? Why does she look sad? And don't worry guys, I'm going to explain this. So for those of you who wanted to see Drew and what his life is like, congratulations. We're going to be doing that for the first few minutes of this episode, and then we will be heading back with Annalise because today is the day that she's flying out for her trip to Mount Komorebi. So Lori just left a few minutes ago. She stayed here all the way until almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and I know some of you guys are side-eyeing right now. Drew's gonna go in here and have a cry. I don't think that he would actually do this. This is not his demeanor. He's just feeling sad right now, but I don't think that he would actually cry about it. I'm gonna have him just do a few things around the house, you know, grab a late night snack and just kind of chill while I talk to you guys. But he's gonna have a seat on the couch next to his dog. This is his dog Carl. Now, for those of you who follow me on my social platforms, and you may have already seen Drew and his dog Carl, but I'm getting distracted. Let me go ahead and pause it so we don't lose a lot of time here. So I think what I should do first is explain to you guys why Drew is feeling sad. So in the machinima, you guys may have noticed that Annalise has been looking rather down. She hasn't really been feeling like herself as of lately. She's going out with her friends still and her coworkers, and Drew has actually taken note to the fact that she is sad. Now, for some of you who might doubt the feelings that Drew has for Annalise or the connection that they may have together, I do want to shed some light on this. They're also going to get a little bit of a sneak peek of Annalise's new hair that she got for this Mount Komorebi trip. She has been feeling down, as I said, and I feel like the best thing to do when you're feeling down is to play with your hair. And so she's gone ahead and she's gotten herself a haircut. She's gotten some bangs put in, and she's also lightened her hair. I would say that this is probably like a sandy brown, sandy blonde, and she just wanted something new and different. I think that she was just really feeling down, and so yeah, she wanted to try a hairstyle out. But if we take a look here, you guys are going to see that Drew is good friends with Annalise. They have good compatibility. They're co-workers, they're social buddy friends, and of course he perceives her as extremely, not very, not just attractive, but extremely attractive. He is very, very into Annalise, and he really wants to get to know her, but he knows that she's been feeling rather down lately, and so he doesn't really think that this is the appropriate time to approach her on his feelings and what he wants to do with them. And plus, being her boss, you know, there's kind of always that worry, like, am I overstepping? Should I wait? Or what should I do about this? So he really has been just struggling with his emotions. Let me go ahead and explain his relationship with Lori as well. Lori is the girl in the photos that Annalise used when she was talking to Emiliano. Now, if I go into her profile, you guys are going to see that it says sister. They are not biologically brother and sister. Lori's family has actually always been kind enough to help Drew out, and Lori and Drew are childhood friends, and so he would always come over to her house. And when he just didn't feel like he was comfortable at home, or if things were getting crazy at home, Lori's parents would always let him come over. And so they kind of have like this brother sister relationship. They're just really good friends, and they're always there for one another. And with Lori, I didn't want him to have a flirty relationship with her and vice versa. So I made them siblings, but they're not actually blood related. So Lori came over here because she also has been falling for someone, and that someone is Annalise's ex-boyfriend, Emiliano. Now we'll get into Emiliano later because I just don't want to mix that pot and explain how he's feeling right now, because we'll talk about it later. But Lori has really been into Emiliano lately. You know, they've been spending time together. And so she really has taken a liking to him. He listens to her. She just recently got out of a bad relationship with someone. And Emiliano is quite the opposite of the guy that she was dating. And so she really does feel a sense of comfort and happiness when she's around him. And she really, really, really wants things to work out with him. But she has also noticed that he's been sad. I'm actually going to have Drew come in here and play some video games just to kind of right in his spirits a little bit. You know, he's not feeling the best, or you know what, he could actually, we're just gonna play video games. There we go. Look at him trying to talk himself up. Oh, but yeah, Lori has been really, oh no, are you serious? Okay guys, hang on one second. Okay, there we go. He can finally sit at his desk. So anyway, as I was saying, Lori has been falling for Emiliano, but she's noticed that he's been sad lately, and she really also is kind of in the same situation as Drew. She's like, what's going on with him? I know that he said he got out of a relationship a few months ago, and so maybe it's just been difficult for him. But she was so close to telling him how she felt, and then she noticed that he's been sad over the last few weeks, like very sad, not just a little sad here and there, but just constant sad mood. And so she decided to pull back, but she is feeling deep in her heart that Emiliano is pulling away from her. And so she came over here to talk to her best friend Drew. She texted him, and I guess he didn't see his phone, and she just popped up on his doorstep, and she was telling him how she felt, and he was like, you know what? Let me have a friend to friend conversation with you too, because I'm feeling the same exact way. And so after sitting down on the couch, both of them agreed that when they see their person the next time, that they will tell them how they feel. And so Drew is going to tell Annalise, regardless of the situation, if she is in the right headspace and she seems more lighthearted, then he's going to tell her how he feels about her. And I think that that's fair. I think that, him waiting to see that she's in a good headspace and she's not down in the dumps like she has been, I think that it would be safe for him to express how he feels towards her. So I'm very, very excited for, him to have that moment with her. But again, we do have to wait for Annalise to appear better. Maybe she'll come towards him and, start being happier. I really don't know. We'll just have to wait for the green light. You can read people's moods for the most part. And so he's not just going to throw it on her, but he is going to, bring it up when it seems like it's appropriate. But he's just going to go ahead and brush his teeth. Drew typically does get in bed around 6 o'clock and just kind of powers through work. This has just always been his schedule, but he's off for the next 2 days. So that is beautiful. Once the dog gets back inside, we will probably go ahead and, oh no, wait a second, Carl. What's wrong with Carl? Let me go make sure Carl's okay. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys kind of like a little insight and also a preview of Drew's home. Drew lives in Willow Creek, and he is very successful for the most part. His job pays well, and so he's able to afford his own house. And this is a single family or single person house, and it's perfect for him because he doesn't have any kids, he doesn't have any partners or anything like that. So living by himself like this in this size of a home is absolutely perfect. And I also like his style, how it's kind of just casual. I like all the darker tones and everything. But I did want you guys to see a little into his life and what he and what his home is like, because I know a lot of you all feel like you don't really know Drew. So this is the first step. We will be getting to know him a lot more in the next coming episodes, but I just wanted you guys to see a little bit of how he's living and who he is. Alrighty guys, so it's actually later in the morning and we are here with Annalise and her family. They're currently at the airport getting ready to get on their flight. They're just waiting for a few things to be finalized. But here with us, we have our cousin Kim. We also have our brother Bradley, and Annalise is just so excited, Kim and Annalise, to take a picture since we're here in the airport. So we're just gonna grab a photo for memory's sake. This is so cool. I can't believe that we're here at the airport and we are about to fly to Mount Komorebi. This is just crazy. You guys can see the flights here in the background, and Annalise is just really looking forward to this trip because she needs something to lift her mood. You guys saw in the beginning of the episode that she was actually starting to miss Emiliano, and the feelings have always been there, you know, that missing feeling that she has, but she has never missed him that hard to where it's affected her mood. And me personally, I feel like this has been going on for a while, but she's kind of been pushing it to the back burner, and so she's just been dealing with that. But hopefully this trip will put her in better spirits. She bought a bunch of new clothes and she got this new haircut, and so she's super excited. But I'm gonna have her just talk to her cousin really quickly, and she's just gonna say, hey, you know, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. My brain was just going crazy, so I think I'm gonna go grab a coffee really quickly. And it looks super busy here, but you know, we're just gonna try to squeeze in really quickly if we can. We're gonna get one for here, and I think that we are going to, what do I think Annalise would drink? I feel like she would drink, is there a macchiato in here? Yes, there is a macchiato. So I feel like she would drink a macchiato. She's gonna head on in here and grab this, and she's really hoping that this will pick her up a little bit. She won't be so tired. But you know, her brother told her she can sleep on the plane, but Annalise is just a ball full of nervousness right now, and so she wants to stay alert if she possibly can. So Annalise is just standing over here waiting for her coffee, and she heard someone call her name from behind her, and she realizes that it's Emiliano. He's like, hey, Annalise, what are you doing here? Why are you at the airport? And immediately Annalise is in her head thinking, why are you at the airport? And she's wondering, is he thinking about going back home? Like, what is he doing here? And he only has a backpack. We don't see any luggage or anything like that, but his luggage could also be going through right now, and so maybe that's why he doesn't have it on him. But she is just really confused. She's like, oh, hey, how have you been? Yeah, it's been a while since we've talked. And he's like, yeah, let's grab a seat and let's catch up. Is your plane coming anytime soon? And she's like, oh no, yeah, we can sit and talk. And girl, don't you sit all the way across from the table. You sit next to him. Oh my gosh, look at the way he's trying not to look at her, but he was definitely smiling at her before. But she's gonna have a deep conversation and just ask him how he's been, and you know, and then we're gonna ask him what's he doing here. And she's like, so why are you here at the airport? And he goes to say, oh, I'm heading back home for a little bit. And Annalise asks him, is it a permanent thing? Or are you coming back? Because a little bit of her heart feels sad right now because she just had this moment where she was missing him, and she's wondering if he's missing her too. Is that why he was so excited when he saw her, or was he just really happy to see her? And she asked him, she's like, is this a permanent thing? And Emiliano goes, oh no, you know, I've already settled in with work and everything here, made some friends, and the dogs are here now. And she's like, the dogs are here? And she's like, who's watching them? Oh, he's like, oh, my friend Adam, he actually drove me here. This is Adam, but Adam's gonna be heading back home. And she's like, oh, so you're just going home to see your family and visit? And he's like, yeah, so you didn't even tell me where you're going. Where are you going? And he's checking his phone, and it looks like he's showing her something. I am gonna let you guys tell me what you think Emiliano showed her on his phone. You guys fill the comments because you all are so great at painting these pictures, and so you guys let me know what Emiliano showed her on his phone. But yeah, he's gonna ask her. He said, so again, where are you going? You know, he's curious. He met her online, so did she meet somebody else online? You know, he's wondering what's going on. And we know that Emiliano misses Annalise, but Annalise doesn't know that Emiliano has been missing her. And she goes, well, actually, I'm going on a trip. I'm going to Mount Komorebi, and I'm going with my brother and Kim, and I'm excited. She's like, I've never really traveled this much, and so I'm really looking forward to going. And Emiliano is happy for her. He's seeing Annalise in a new light. This is a new version of her. She's wanting to have fun. She's wanting to travel. She's wanting to go places, things that he always wanted to do with her. And so I think that it's really hitting home right now. And he's just like, she wasn't like this when we were together. What's going on? And she's like, yeah, I'm really nervous. Do you have any tips about the plane ride? He's not gonna say anything, but regarding the reasoning that I just said about him realizing she's a new person. But he's like, oh, Annalise, you're gonna do fine. You're psyching yourself out. She's like, I don't know, I'm really nervous. He's like, hey, let's go out here and chat really quickly. It's getting kind of loud in here. And he's just gonna grab him a coffee really quickly, and he'll meet her outside, or he's just gonna wait for it. I don't think Annalise ever got her coffee either. Yeah, no, she didn't, because she's feeling a little sleepy. Oh my gosh. Y'all, he's thinking about her. I bet he's sitting here like, man, she is so cute. And also, Emiliano shaved his facial hair, and he's a little bit more dressed down than what he usually is. But Annalise has to go soon because she has to get on her flight. But Emiliano is telling Annalise, how about the next time you get back, you come over to my place. He's like, I really want to show you because I've decorated it and I've really settled in. I'm just really excited about my new place, and I would love for you to come by. I'll make dinner and everything for you, you know. It's my treat. And let's check Annalise's face and see what she's looking like, because we see Emiliano's, right? He is trying so hard to get this girl to come over to his place, and he just wants some alone time to be able to talk to her on a more intimate level and express how he's feeling. But the truth is going to be in her face, and she just looks so at ease, and she's smiling back at him. And I feel like in her head, like, yeah, of course, I'll definitely come over to your house, and we can even play a game together. He's like, oh yeah. Oh my gosh, he got really close to her. I imagine that he probably gave her a hug goodbye, and he's like, good luck with the flight. And you know what? Don't even worry about the coffee. Just go on the plane and fall asleep, and I guarantee you that will help. You know, you won't be stressed or anything. That before she goes, she is just gonna give Emiliano a hug, and she just, oh my gosh, he smells so good. She's burying her nose in his shoulder, and she just can't believe that she's here with him again. And their conversation and connection just feels way different now. It feels like they both are just so genuinely happy to be around each other, and she is just feeling so excited about returning from her trip and being able to go over to his house and hang out. And so she's like, I'll see you when I come back, okay? And he's like, okay, don't break your promise, all right? I'll be waiting for you. Just text me when you get back in, and I'll send you the address. And she's like, okay, I'm excited. So it's our first morning here in Mount Komorebi, and Annalise is just on her phone, scrolling on her social media and checking things out. And guys, she realized when she woke up this morning, she had a text from Emiliano that said, hope you enjoy your trip. Please text me and send me pictures the entire time you're there, because he wants to see her adventures and see what she's up to and just see Mount Komorebi from her perspective. But Annalise is a bit hungry this morning, and she already heard everyone kind of getting up and rustling around. So I know that her brother and her cousin are up, and so Annalise is going to come down here, and she is just going to grab a quick meal. I think I always go past this. Let's just get some cereal this morning, and then I plan to have them go out and do some yoga this morning and just a bunch of simple stuff. So Annalise is coming down. She says hi to Bradley. He's watching TV. She says hi to Kim, and then Kim says, hey, when you grab your food, come over here. Let's sit down and talk. Because guys, Annalise just doesn't think that Kim saw anything, but Kim was checking on her to make sure everything was okay at the airport, and she saw Emiliano talking to Annalise. So I find it so crazy that she's coming up here and autonomously going to chat with Kim, guys. But Annalise is just sitting here trying to eat her breakfast, and Kim talks to her, and she goes, hey, so I saw you being sneaky at the airport. And Annalise is like, what are you talking about? You know, mouthful of food. And Kim's like, I saw you talking to Emiliano. She's like, I saw he cut that mustache and grew out some facial hair on his chin. He looks a little different, doesn't he? And she's like, I saw you smiling. You gonna tell me about what happened? And Annalise is like, not with Bradley here. Bradley's like, what are you girls up to? He's like, don't y'all want to go out and explore? Like, are we just gonna stay cooped up in the house all the time? And she's like, oh no, but give us a minute. We were talking. And Annalise is not gonna talk about her relationship problems and her drama in full detail while her brother is around. So she's gonna wait a little bit. She whispered to Kim, I'll tell you later. But before we get started with anything, we have to do what Annalise is used to doing at home. We have to stay up on our routine and just our health journey. And so she's going to come out here and she is going to start meditating and doing some yoga as well this morning. She has never been in such a beautiful surrounding. And so to really just zone out here, and her wellness skill is still increasing. I haven't been cheating it or anything. I want to do it naturally. And to see that it's only level 2 is kind of sad. So we definitely need to spend more time doing some meditation and some yoga. And as you guys can see here, we are checking off this aspiration slowly but surely. And I just love how she's pacing herself nowadays and just taking it one day at a time. After she's done with that, I am going to have her come over here and I think that we should do some mind concentrating because she is so flirty right now just from seeing Emiliano that she cannot get her mind, 1, out of the gutter because and 2, she just really missed him. And so seeing him that moment just really sparked something in her, especially after missing him for so long. And so it's right that she feels flirty. This is such an accurate representation. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. It's a spicy content. The right message can do so much for the heart rate. So that's from the text this morning from Emiliano. We also have one where she's excited about the holiday. She's feeling great. She likes the decorations here, pretty tasty food. And then she's emotionally mindful. Finding emotional control is a journey. You have taken the first step, but to gain true emotional control requires more slow time through various thoughtful activities. So that's cool. I love that she has this, but it makes so much sense that the flirtiness is at the forefront and this is in the back of her mind. Like, we all know that she needs to take time before she jumps into a relationship or anything serious with Emiliano, but she's like, you know what? Let me enjoy this for the moment. I know that I need to be emotionally mindful, but I finally got to see him. But I'm going to have her go ahead and stop meditating and she's going to come over here and do some of her yoga. And now she's starting to get back on track again. She's starting to think level-headedly. And she's like, you're here to enjoy the Malcolm O'Reilly experience. It's okay if you text him, but do not be on your phone the entire time, Annalise. We also are going to take a selfie after this that we can send to Emiliano and just show him, hey, this is what I'm doing on my first day, starting off with some yoga, meditating, and she just really wants to give wellness girly. I'm sure she does. And she is just so excited to just update him on her day-to-day routine. But I'm going to let her do her yoga and I'll check in with you guys when she's done. So Annalise just finished her yoga and she is sitting down to take a picture for Emiliano. And she's like, what do I do with my face? This is so awkward. She's like, do I smile? She's like, no, I don't want to smile. Do I look sad? No, because you're in Malcolm O'Reilly. What about thoughtful? Should we look like we're thinking? Oof, them eyes though, girl. I wish we had like a playful one. Is there funny? There's excited. What does excited look like? She doesn't look very excited. Oh, this is cute. We'll send him this. This is really cute. So she'll send him this picture. And then I was looking through the flirty ones and there are a few in here that she could send that would be really cute. But I think we're good with the one that we had. So she's going to send him that and she's going to add a text to it. So her brother's out here asking if she's ready to go just explore downtown and everything. She's like, yeah, just give me a second. And dad's calling. Oh my gosh, you go talk to dad. Okay. I'm going to send a text really quickly. I'm going to get dressed and then we can go. Okay. So let's go ahead and send a text to Emiliana. She's just checking in. And look at Kim. Kim's like, can y'all come on? I am ready to leave. We have been in this house all morning. Like, can we hurry up and go somewhere? But Annalise isn't really that sweaty, so I think that we will just take a just a brisk shower or a speedy shower. Yeah, let's take a speedy shower. And by the time she's ready, she's like, I'll be ready to go by then. Just let me freshen up really quickly. And Kim's like, okay, we'll just hurry it up. Like, she's like, I'm getting bored. We're here in the downtown area of Mount Komorebi, and Annalise told her cousin and her brother to just go ahead because she got a phone call. Her phone was going off, and it is none other than Drew. Drew is calling her, and he's just saying, hey, when you get back, is it okay if we hang out? I would really like to talk to you. And Annalise is just wondering, like, I must be popular nowadays because I just feel like I'm constantly doing something. No, I'm just kidding. She's not thinking that. She's oblivious to it, but we're thinking that. And she tells him, she's like, oh yeah, Drew, you know, that's totally fine. Are you okay? Is everything all right with work? Like, do I need to do anything while I'm here? And he's like, oh no, Annalise, enjoy your vacation. It's nothing terrible. Just when you get back, I would like to see you and talk to you. And she's like, oh, yeah, Drew, that's fine. We can talk. She's like, why can't we talk right now? She's like, you can't tell me over the phone? And he's like, no, I want to wait. And she's like, oh, okay, well, I gotta get going. My brother and my cousin, they're waiting on me, so I'll see you when I get back, okay? And he's like, all right, that sounds good. And he just kind of says very sweetly, I hope you have a great trip. And she's like, oh, well, thank you. I'll talk to you soon, okay? And he goes, all right, bye. But Annalise is just wondering to herself, he seems different. He seemed a lot sweeter than what he normally is towards her. And it kind of threw her off a little bit. But she sees this wedding arch over here, guys. And I'm going to have her come over here. And she's like, wow, this place is gorgeous. And she's like, is this a wedding set up here? Is somebody getting married today? And she just starts to fantasize about weddings and just romance in general. And you guys know that she's a hopeless romantic. And so I'm going to have her pull out her camera, and she is just going to take a photo of this. And oh, maybe not this close. One second. It's just going to take a photo of this because this is absolutely stunning. She is so in love with the culture and just the design and the layout, and just being so flirty lately, this really puts her in a good mood. And so she takes a few pictures, and she's gonna send this to Emiliano, possibly. It's gonna stay in her draft, so you guys let me know if she should send this to Emiliano or if this is just something that she should post on, you know, her story or something like that. Let's also I was gonna take a selfie, but I need to update my selfie, so I'm not gonna do that. But we are going to go ahead and catch up with our brother and our cousin. Looks like they're over here just conversating with some locals. Just so much here to see. She has to whip out her phone again because she's like, wow, this is kind of cool. Like, I'm gonna send this to Emiliano for sure. Now I could see her sending this to him. But like the other picture of the wedding venue, I don't know if she would send that because that just seems a little bit more personal, and she doesn't know how far they are right now with their connection and their relationship. Yeah, even if just as friends, she doesn't know if that's the right approach. But let's see how she's doing on her needs. Everything is pretty much good. I find it so crazy how Annalise's brother Bradley is over here talking about his last relationship to just these random people that he ran into. Like, way to just overshare. But Annalise doesn't want to butt into the conversation, and so she's just gonna help herself, and we are just gonna order something simple like let's get a Mount Como matcha. So I guess you can only get this here, so yeah, I'll go ahead and just take one Mount Como matcha. Thank you. And he's like, oh, here you go. And oh my gosh, it smells so divine. I'm just gonna come around, not the way, like what are they talking about? And they keep hugging. Oh my gosh. Annalise is so embarrassed. She's like, these guys. Honestly, guys, I feel like this episode has gone on for quite some time now, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to become a tagbo. I love you guys, and leave all your feedback. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear what you guys think about this part. And yeah, I will see you all in the next episode where Annalise is going to attempt snowboarding and skiing. Alrighty, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Keep walking.